tonight is specifically about how to boost your skincare results. And this is really going to be about customization. Before we go deep into the specific solutions, you got to have a base skincare. All right. And it's got to be a good one that matches. And I don't want you just diving straight into these solutions if we haven't started with the base foundation of at least a good, this is one right here next to me, cleanser and moisturizer. We have multiple different kinds. We're going to go over our 4 different main skincare lines. So you want to at least have a base cleanser and moisturizer. All right. And then we can start adding things in after that. Once we have our basics there, the next thing I love to add in that we're not going to be talking about a lot, but just kind of store it away, some sort of exfoliation 1 to 2 times a week. Okay, that's going to be really crucial for a lot of these steps. It's going to help a lot of these steps to work better because your skin can actually absorb them and not just be sitting like a layer on top of that dehydrated, tight skin. Okay, so after those things are met, we're going to really talk about our clinical solutions line tonight. And it is our Derma Cosmetics line. So what does that mean? Basically, this is as if you were to go to a med spa or go to your dermatologist office and you were able to get these high-end, super premium ingredients that are going after targeting and treating specific skincare needs. Now, what happens is when you see specifically, let me just grab it out of my bag right here. Let me show you. In our line, if you see this little circle, I don't know if you'll be able to see it, but it's got this right here. Okay, see this little branding right there with the fun little sphere and lines? Well, it says developed by Mary Kay, dermatologist validated. So when that little thing is on our stuff, what that means is they took an external group of dermatologists and they said, we're going to test this and we're going to check it out and we're going to validate all the formulas and the ingredients. Okay, so you're getting a really top of the line thing. So we're going to start with going with some of those skincare lines. So let's come to that. Sorry, I got ahead of myself about the skincare lines. Let's just show you those options really quickly before we go into some of these targeted results. So this is the Clear Proof line. So who would this be best for if we're getting into our basic of a cleanser and moisturizer? I'm going to say under 18, sometimes older, but if you're really going into this line, I want to see severe acne on you and really oily skin, because a lot of the time you can get your acne cleared up with our other lines by nourishing and adding just a couple pieces of this in. Sometimes, have you ever experienced going into a full acne line and watched your acne get worse? It's probably because your skin was a little angry and a little dehydrated, and then we made it to start overproducing oil. So this line is amazing, but we just got to check your skin of if it's needing this much benefits with that. Then we have our Mary Kay skincare line. Yes, this can be for younger skin, but this can also be for the woman who just wants a really simple routine, who doesn't really care about anti-aging yet, or might have extremely sensitive skin. So that's going to be coming in our hydrating and a mattifying formula within this line. Then, of course, we have our Time-Wise Miracle Set, and this is going to go after the moderate aging. So for the fine lines and wrinkles, protecting the skin, helping with hydrating the skin, preventing signs of aging. And then the last one that might be a good fit for you is the Time-Wise Repair. This is going to be for the deep lines and wrinkles. This is going to actually help lift the skin. This is going to help volumize the skin. And honestly, I started using this line myself about 4 years ago because I was like, you know what? I get a discount and I want the ultimate anti-aging benefits. So why not? So honestly, I would say 30 and above, like be preventative. Honestly, younger, if you have, dehydrated skin, then you could totally use this one as well. So I know we put a lot of stuff in the chat. We're going to hone it down now to one of these 4 that would be your biggest skin concern. So let's light up that chat again with one of these, and then I'll explain what the booster is. So your biggest skin concerns out of just these 4 areas, because that is what these boosters are going to target. And as you guys are putting that in there, what is the difference between a booster and a serum? So the boosters we're going to talk about from the clinical solutions line, they're helping with that specific skin concern from the last slide. They have 1 to 2 highly concentrated ingredients. I'm going to teach you about them so you know what's best and why they work so well. A serum Who's my wine drinkers out there? I can't see you right now because I'm sharing my screen, but if you are a wine drinker sister like me, then I want you to think of a serum as like a blend. It is something that has several key ingredients and botanicals and extracts. So it could be something that is hydrating and going after wrinkles, but also going after a specific skin concern. So it's a beautiful blend, and you can use these together. Okay. So think of your booster though, is it's like a sniper rifle that's going directly after that specific concern that you have. And it's going to be the thing you put directly on your face first. Now, let me just show you them before we go before and afters. This is how big it is. I know my lighting isn't that great. And here's the size of my hand if you need to see it. They are in medicine droppers like this. This is the C+ resveratrol one. A little bit goes a long way. So after I have cleansed, I've toned, I've exfoliated, anything that needs to be rinsed off, and you are in that transition where we're going to start applying things to your skin, this is what needs to go on first, okay? Whichever one we choose. I'm going to show you just on the back of my hand. You only need about 5 to 6 drops on your face. They're very liquidy. They absorb into the skin right away. And just think of it as medicine that's just immediately going into your skin to take care of it. You don't feel them once they're on your skin, so they're not adding any extra greasiness or anything like that. So they all have 1 to 2 very specific ingredients to go after your skin concerns. So this is our first one. If you were the one who says, I need help with hydration, I am dehydrated, you would love the HA+ Ceramide Hydrator. Okay, why does this help your skin? Obviously, look at the before and after 2 weeks. The hyaluronic acid in this, it pulls in moisture like a sponge. Okay, I want you to imagine it's literally drawing the hydration into your skin. And the ceramide in this is helping lock it in so it doesn't escape. There are no rules with this booster. You can use it morning and night. You can mix it with anything I'm going to talk about. It is literally amazing. Okay, so this is if you want hydration, you're going to use this one. All right, now the next one, you guys, this is my client. This was her dark spot. I didn't even know it was this bad because when she was on a Zoom with me, she was kind of like not in great lighting, so I couldn't really tell. And then she sent me a before picture and I was like, oh, wow, this is a month later. So if you are really frustrated with dark spots, scarring, uneven skin tone, sun damage, this is going to be your new best friend. Okay, so this one is ferulic plus niacinamide. Now, how does this one work? Well, this one is basically ferulic acid. It's a plant-based antioxidant. So what this does, I'm going to stop sharing for a second because this is interesting because I looked this up today. The reason we get dark spots or scarring is because of sun, pollution, all of those things. Yes, it can sometimes be picking, but when we are in those things, it enhances it. It makes it even worse if we have them. So we need something to protect us. So that's what that ferulic acid does. Just imagine it like a big shield that's like, I am protecting your skin from pollution, stress, and sun. Now, the niacinamide is basically vitamin B3, and that's what's fading everything. That's what's reducing how dark it is. Let me go back to the last 2 boosters, and then we're going to decide which one is best for you. I use all of them. I have a problem, but you get to choose 1 or 2. Okay, so this one is for the gal who is feeling like she has rough skin, a lot of texture. Your skin is feeling really dull, or you're like, man, I feel like I see every pore on my face. So how does this one work? So this is the PHA plus AHA resurfacer. So PHA stands for a polyhydroxy acid. What that does is, because no one cares what that means, is it gently exfoliates your skin. And if you are someone with sensitive skin, this is the perfect exfoliant for you because it's not going to be too abrasive, but it's still going to get down that dead skin and the texture. Now, the AHA, alpha hydroxy acid, it's going to go a little deeper, and it's going to really help smooth and brighten and improve that texture. So the 2 together are basically going to give you this more polished, smooth look, if that's what you're looking for. Now, this one has rules. This one you would only use 3 times a week at nighttime, and you will sleep in it overnight. So 3 times a week. If you get any of these, we will help you. We will remind you. So don't worry about that. Okay. All right. Now, the last one is the C plus resveratrol line reducer. It speaks for itself, right? What does this do? This is going after our fine lines. How? Well, vitamin C is going to boost your collagen and it's going to smooth your fine lines and wrinkles. It's going to also protect your skin as well. So this is packed full of vitamin C. That's why when I just put mine on the back of my hand, it has an orange tint to it after it oxidizes and you've had it for a little bit. That's totally normal. Like you see that golden, beautiful color. That's that pure vitamin C. And then the resveratrol, it's going to basically help to make your skin look smoother, firmer, more youthful. It's a really intense antioxidant. So if you do feel like you need 2 or more of them and you are ready for transformation, who is ready? I want a skin transformation. We want long-term change in the skin. Then we might want to add in or start using retinol. So you can add in and do both for maximum results, or you can also, if you're the simple girl, we can just start using retinol. So this is the next very special gold standard piece in our clinical solutions line. Retinol is going to improve the appearance of wrinkles. It's going to firm your skin. It's going to help with the radiance. It's going to help with uneven skin tone. And it's not on here, but it's also going to help with acne. Honestly, if you are dealing with any kind of acne, texture, signs of aging, any degree, retinol is fantastic. I'm going to show you some of my personal results with my texture and my pores here in a second. But our retinol, you guys, is a 0.3 grade. And so this is, I've been talking to a lot of women on appointments and they're like, no, I'm using retinol. And I say, what's the percentage? And they say, I don't know. Let me go grab it. And so they grab it and they bring me back. Typically, this is what's been happening. A moisturizer where retinol is in it and it's got all these other things. So does it have retinol in it? Yes. Probably an encapsulated retinol. There's a big difference between encapsulated retinol versus just a pure retinol. So if you're like, I started using retinol in my eye cream of this or in my moisturizer, why am I not getting the maximum results? Going back to, it's a very diluted version. Still great to be in there. It's in our night cream and our repair system. But if you want the total transformation, we need to go for pure retinol. This one's been open for a second, okay? It is just literally only retinol. With this, the only recommendation I would have is that you do use an eye cream and you put it around your eyes first before using it, just to protect the barrier of the thin skin, and then you put it all over. Now, this 0.3 is safe enough that you can use it every day right away, and you're not going to have to worry as much of staying out of the sun and all those things as a higher concentrated one. Okay, so let me show you some results with this retinol, and I'm going to really zoom in on this because this is my face. So let me explain this. If you haven't done it, you want to download the Skin Analyzer app. Consultants and guests, it is free from Mary Kay. What it does is it scans your skin with no makeup on a very deep level to show you the areas. If you're unsure, as I'm asking you these questions today, and you're like, I think it's texture, or I think it's pores, or I think it's this app is going to tell you. And so what I love about it, who likes to know you're making progress? Like something's working. And sometimes we look at ourselves every day and we're like, I don't know. I think, right? Like, I think it's working. I'm not sure. And so then when we have something like this, it really shows us the difference. So we're going to zoom in here. Okay. So this was on the texture section. I want you to really focus in on these areas where it's literally catching every deep pore you can possibly see in my cheeks. You know what my son said the other day, you guys? Because apparently I need to work on my pores more. He said, I said, if you had to go tell a police officer how to find mom and describe her, what would you say? He said, little dots around your nose. I was like, my pores? Rude. Don't ask your children. Okay. So this is what that was like. Guys, look at this after. Look how many less dots are in this. Look how concentrated this was. This was after 1 week of use. So this is what we're talking about, long transformation of resurfacing the skin. And it's basically helping your cells to turn over so fast and let the new pretty cells come to the surface. I'm telling you, every consultant on here, if you have been playing with this barrier restore, light up the chat of what you love about it, because I know there are some of you on here who are obsessed. So I'm going to go ahead and share a reel of me making it, using it, so you can go ahead and see how this one works. If you have sensitive, redness prone skin, this is about to be your best friend. If your skin gets red, stingy, or literally freaks out at anything, this one's for you. I was at the barn today and I got a little extra sun, and so I thought this would be the perfect time to show you how this works. Meet the new Barrier Restore 1:1:3 ratio. This is literally like a comforting blanket for your skin. But why does it work? So here's the ingredients that make up this mixture. 1 part fatty acids, 1 part ceramides, 3 parts cholesterol. You guys, this is the exact mix that mimics your skin's barrier. What's going to help to calm and restore it in literally 3 hours. I love how lightweight it is, non-sticky, and it's just going to melt into your skin. And you're going to do this after any kind of exfoliators, toners, supplements, but before your moisturizer and your SPF. As I'm putting on my moisturizer now, some other great people that would benefit from this is maybe if you're struggling with rosacea, maybe you overdid it in the sun like I did today, or maybe you just overused a couple of active ingredients or exfoliants and we need your skin to calm down. You can use it morning and night, or you can just use it when you're having a flare-up, so you get to really customize it to your skincare needs. If this sounds like something you need, drop Barrier in the comments and I'll help you out. Jessica Merkerson says she uses it every day. I swear you would think she has foundation on with how glowy her skin is and how people ask her. It is just flawless. I love it. One more thing here, 2 more things actually, is who is very frustrated by any fine lines across the forehead, specifically in between the eyes or in our little smile lines in here. Like this area is making you mad. You might be super expressive, right? Okay, so this one is going to be the dynamic wrinkle limiter. This is what we're calling basically Botox in a bottle. It is 76 as effective as that. It is something that you would, it has a little needle nose applicator, and you would, my lighting is just wild, sorry. Put it onto your skin like a little line into your fine line, and then you're just going to literally tap it into those lines like that, and just rub it into any little line in there that you need. I'm going to show you some amazing before and afters with this if that is something that's really bothering you. So this is one of our sales directors. This was on October 13th when it first came out, and this is immediately a month later. All right, so this is her forehead with just using this dynamic wrinkle limiter, adding it into her system. Then we have another person who used it. Look, this is only a couple days. What is that? 15, 16, 17? 3 days. Are you kidding me? Look how much plumper, how dark her lines are here in her forehead versus this. Huge difference. So this can be added in with anything if we're just really wanting to help those facial expressions. Specifically, though, on the forehead, in between the brows and the eye area is what it is designed to be used for.